Welcome back to the channel, and today we start our arena build at Abernathy Farm. Let's get building! Gaming for XP, here we are at Abernathy Farm. There you go, so you can tell. And decided I wanted to have a go at building an arena. I haven't done one yet, so I thought it was about time. And I needed a fairly big area to do this, so we'll get into it and we'll get the foundation down first. So I've had a number of ways to do, I've had a number of tries at how to do this, and this ended up being the best way that I could find to build it. So we'll get a foundation down and we'll start building the structure for the arena. Maybe I should polish off my guitar and give you some music just while we get this base foundation in. So enjoy my new creation. Here we go. Welcome back, and you can see we get the foundation now. It's about 5 by 6, I think, 5 across, 6 down, and you can see there's some gaps in the at the bottom there, but I'll fix that up a little bit later. This is really just to get the base foundation down. Now I'm going to drop a heap of these floors, these thicker full floors down here, only because I'm going to go into another mod. I'm going to use Thematic and Practical for most of the surrounds here, but I've come up with a formula how to build the structure for the main viewing platform for the arena, and I'm about to cut out all the struggle I had just to get this one piece to clip in here. It just was not going to cooperate. I don't know why. It fought me like you wouldn't believe, but anyway, the single piece comes to the rescue again. No idea why. That's just always the way it happens. So it's very key that I get this actual piece in, because this becomes the basis for the whole structure that I'm about to do. So like I said earlier, I come up with a formula, and we can get rid of all this now. I don't actually need it. And a formula for the viewing platforms that I'm about to build, and you'll see what I mean. It'll all make kind of sense in a minute. There we go, get rid of that. So Thematic and Practical has this trading emporium, and it has these pieces here. I'm going to use the ones without the posts on them, and it's important if you're going to try this, make sure the small piece is pointing in. And basically the formula I've come up with is 2 of these pieces like that, 1, 2, and then I put one of these floors in, and that's the same all the way around, just like that. Boom, and one on the other side. There you go. So now you'll see this just saves me getting out of the mod and going back to another menu by putting these floors down, and it's just rinse and repeat. So we might speed this up just till we get this done. So while we're working on this, it does take a large area to build this, and I would have built it probably at Starlight, but obviously I've got the tempo sitting there, and I'm using Starlight a lot to do a lot of different builds at the moment. So Abernathy Farm was the best I could find, but it's actually great because it's on a little bit of a sloped hill. It actually helps with the overall look that I'm going for. There we go. So we're going to take this bit. We're not going to actually need that piece. Again, I'll actually take that piece out, but for now I need to just pull these up a little bit, a fraction, just to make those walls line up. And now I'm stuck in here. Okay, it's alright, we just push that out. no problem. So that's actually 5 by 5 now, not 5 by 6. So what I've actually done is I've pulled those blocks forward just a fraction, and just to make sure that this floor is actually parallel with it. So I'm going to speed this up and give you some music, because this is just the same. I'm just building another level on top of this one. Welcome back. So we finally got that all done, and that didn't take too long. As you can see, it's just a duplicate of the bottom level, and it's really starting to come together now, which I'm pretty pleased about. We'll just get rid of these, don't need them for that. And so we've got the basic foundation in place now, which is fantastic. I just fall in there. I fall off a lot. Oh, wrong foundation. Luckily I got out of that one, I didn't get stuck. Okay, so now we start to get the walls in, and Thematic and Practical was actually giving you a whole series of walls that you can use. Luckily for the outside, they've got rather longer walls, the fourth one along there, and you'll see that in a second. But I had to figure out which ones fit in the right places here, because, so we'll put that one there for now. Maybe not. Doesn't want to clip to it. We'll put a small one there for now. I know these ones clip. There we go. And this is just so we can start to clip things on. So I'm just playing around with all the different walls that it's got. There we go. I knew it would clip eventually. So you can see these angle pieces are going to be a bit of a challenge because of the length of them, but you'll see in a second they have got walls there that will help you get these on. So I'll speed up the putting of the walls in. So these are the long pieces I'm talking about, and you'll see in a second once I get this one to actually fit. There we go, and just put across, and you can see it's a perfect length there. What I like to do, there's only 3 of these walls, so what I do is I tend to mix them up. I put one in, change it, put one in, and then go back the other way, if that makes sense, just to vary up the look of the walls. And so this is just the boring part of clipping all these walls. So this will be the entrance way here at the front there, and then we'll put all these walls in. So I do something a little bit later in the build with this area, but it's really just that this is really just about getting the foundation sorted out on the bottom level, and then we'll do a very similar process on the top level, which I think I'll just cut out once I get it done. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do that kind of inside rail piece here. These are actually for the short part of the angled pieces, floor pieces that we've used above us. But now I'm just trying to figure the inside part of the bottom level. And one thing that occurred to me was that obviously we need some support posts. I don't know why I don't like these thick supports. So where that square floor piece is, I'm going to put posts in every point there, just to make it look as though it is supported. And then I'll put some other pieces beyond that. There we go. Oh, looks very, very uniform. Yep. Because you want some kind of barrier here to be able to look down into the pit there. So one thing that occurred to me is I could put these little viewing platforms on at the corners here, with this semicircular piece here, just into that corner right there like that. I put them in each corner. I actually end up not using the two in these two corners here, and you'll see why just a little bit later. There we go. Yep. A little platform that you can kind of step into, which I think is a nice little detail. And we'll just put one more floor piece in there just to level it off a little bit as the entranceway. So what I'm now figuring out here is I've got to try and figure out a solution for making it up to the second floor. Now, in my test build that I'd done just to try and figure out the structure, I did actually put the stairs in the inside, but in this build I'm going to put them on the outside. So I'm going to put these all the way around, and then I'm going to completely change them again. You watch. But this is just floors you can get with the concrete tab. Now, I don't know why they don't give you these quarter floors, like corner floors, that are the same type of mesh, but I end up putting a foundation in each of these corners, like that, concrete foundation, and that's alright. It looks like a support and it works, but I you know, this see-through mesh, I don't know why they haven't given you that kind of little quarter floor, but anyway, it doesn't matter, it's not overly important. We'll get rid of that, thank you. And we'll just put this floor all the way around the structure, and it just, I think it helps to sell the overall look as well, and it's, you know, it's functional too. I do have a little bit of work to be done in this bottom end because it's some of these foundations are not touching the floor, but that's a pretty easy fix, so we'll fix that up. So we'll put some support pillars underneath each of these mesh floors just to make it look as though they are a little bit supported from the front. So I'm going to use these ones from the warehouse tab, and they should just snap straight into place like this. Probably only need one actually, because you've got that concrete pillar foundation in the corner. It actually does help to add that it looks supported like that. And we'll put these all the way around. And for the purpose of time, I'm going to cut out most of these being put in. Show you a few things that I did that are kind of key to the build. So I'm going to take these two pieces out here, and they're going to become important a little bit later in the build, and you'll see why a wee bit later. But we'll just shore up all the foundations, and I thought it was important just to leave this in because you can just click these to show you. You can just click these foundations straight underneath pretty easily. We'll get that little quarter floor underneath, and we'll have to extend these posts down a little bit, but that's very easy stuff. So you can see if you have this issue, just clip another foundation straight underneath. It should just fit nicely, and we'll fix up these posts just like that. There we go, and they should just snap straight into place. Shouldn't be any issues. Make sure you're looking down to the ground, and that should be fine. So we went round and we just shored up the rest of that, and we're back in the main arena now, and we just need to make a few adjustments up here to get this to work. So these corner pieces, you can see, are just floating, so we'll get rid of those. They're not needed anymore. Same on the other side. And we'll start to work on some solutions. So my idea now, and it just happened by default actually, that we've kind of created this little platform in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these shack bridges across there, and this will be the control tower, or the control area, the announcers area, whatever you want to call it, for the arena, and that's where all the switches and all kinds of stuff are going to go, and you'll see that a little bit later. So we'll just put that in here, and we'll try and get this to clip. This should just sit eventually. There we go. It'll just clip in like that, and we'll put the same on the other side. And I think this actually really does help to sell the overall look. So we'll make a little thing in there a little bit later, but this is really starting to come together. I'm liking the little bit of a vibe that we're starting to build here. So now let's get some railings happening in here and really start to build this bottom level up, so we can kind of visualize exactly what it's going to look like. These corner pieces obviously come with the circular rails, which are perfect for here, and you can see it's going to be a nice little area to view the fighting pit from. And I'm going to use vinyl extensions, wood tab, and I'm going to put these railings in here. I love these railings with the corrugated metal in them. They're great. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to vary these up a little bit. So I'm going to put some single rails in just to break it up just a fraction. They fight me a bit, but they do go in. They will go in. You can see it going green. That's it. Just going to nudge it over. There we go. Yep. It's all working. You can tell I'm just checking the functionality here, and how the flow works. And now we're just going to go and get these rails from... First of all, what I do is I put these kind of half walls, quarter walls, whatever you want to call them in, and yeah, that's a bit too high. Oh, maybe it's not too bad. We might change that later, but for now it just kind of defines that area a little bit. And then we're going to go to these railings we get from Workshop Rearranged, and we're just going to vary up it's good to just have a variety of rails in here, so it changes the look or varies the look up in here. Yep, and you can see it's just a bit too high for me, so we'll put that one in there. That's much better. So not too bad, that's good progress. I think we'll probably finish up and leave it there for today. We've made some really good progress on the basis. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and we will catch you next time.